Good morning everybody, it is Sean Ferrick here for Who Culture and we got a trailer for the new season of Doctor Who. There's a lot to get through in this list, so let us get straight to it. Here is the Doctor Who Series 13 trailer breakdown, 20 things you must see. Number 20, Sonic Screwdriver Blast. Signal or attack. We get a stunning shot of the Doctor holding the sonic screwdriver aloft in the sky. We get a lovely wide shot that shows this pulse coming out from it, and it's honestly really pretty. Now, we've seen the sonic screwdriver be used for just about everything at this point, so we don't know yet, is this the Doctor signaling something? Is this the Doctor going on the attack? We saw the Doctor in the 11th hour use the sonic screwdriver to create a pulse that would attract the Atraxi back to the planet. Basically, we've seen the sonic screwdriver do absolutely everything at this point, so we really haven't a clue what it's doing, but we do know it looks very pretty. Number 19, it's happening again. We presume that this is a reference to the flux of the title. The fact that it's again in the last word obviously suggests that this is happening before, but the Doctor says, why don't I know about this? That reminds me a little bit of, you know, the cracks in time. Remember when the 11th Doctor was speaking to Amy going, how do you know it was a duck pond if there's no ducks in it? And why don't you remember the Daleks? There's another question as to why doesn't the Doctor know about this, and yet this seemingly quite random old woman in the trailer does know about this. Here, of course, is some theories that this flux has caused time itself to become unstable, which could go away toward fixing the end of the Timeless Child, where the Master has destroyed Gallifrey, of course. Could be a way of bringing the Time Lords back. Could be a way of hitting the reset button at the end of all of this. This is a timey-wimey show. They could do literally anything. Number 18, Mary SEACOLE and the Crimean War. Now, the Crimean War is a historical conflict that hasn't really been touched in Doctor Who, and yet it was rumoured that it was going to play a part in an upcoming series. Now, it was mentioned way back in a second Doctor serial, The Evil of the Daleks, and it seems to be making its technically debut here in The Flux. Actress Sarah Powell will be appearing, as shown in the trailer, as the character Mary SEACOLE, who was a Jamaican-British nurse who was active during the time of the Crimean War. These rumours have been attached to Doctor Who for a while, and it seems that they've finally been confirmed for this series. Number 17, the SONTARAN stratagem in full effect. We see a return of those Sontaran ships that were first shown in the 10th Doctor episodes, The Poison Sky, the Sontaran stratagem. Personally, I've always loved these designs. They're basically balls with lovely big spikes coming out the top and bottom of them, and we see plenty of them in this trailer. Number 16, a brand new alien gets dusted. There are some absolutely beautiful effects on show in this trailer, not least where this new looking alien gets fairly dusted a la vampire slayage of the 1990s. We have to wonder if this is a big flippin' spoiler in the trailer, okay, don't get too attached to that character, or if it's a fake out, if you think back to season 1's dusting of Rose by the android in Bad Wolf. I mean, how good does this look? Number 15, this space dog might be more familiar than you think. Okay, before we say anything else, isn't he so cute? Okay, so we've had space cats before on Doctor Who, now we have space dogs. Basically, Doctor Who is getting their own Chewbacca. This alien is listed as being called the Carvanista. Okay, wonderful, try saying that 10 times fast. Behind the scenes, in that clip that introduced the new companion Dan, played by John Bishop, we are also shown his buddy, who's played by Craig Ells. Now, Craig Ells is listed as playing Carvanista behind the scenes, so this space dog could in fact be a transformed friend of Dan's. Now, he is listed in a recurring role, so we may get more than just one appearance of the new Chewbacca. I'm so sorry. Number 14. Is that a Unit soldier? Unit was retired in Chibnall's time just so they could make a Brexit joke. Fair play. However, we do get a shot of an actor, Robert Bathurst, in what appears to be classic Unit garb from the days of the Brigadier General. I've been waiting to see Unit again for quite a while. I love Unit. Quite frankly, I love Murray Gold's music for Unit. Whether we get that or not, different story. Maybe if they're gonna come back, maybe give them a bit of a better send-off than making a wee cheap joke at their expense. Number 13. Sontarans on horseback are the coolest thing ever. The diminutive little warlords, of course, are back for this trailer, and they've had a little bit of a redesign, which is both an update and going back in time, because when the helmet comes off, the faces, they're a little bit more similar now to what they originally looked like. Like if you think of the crossover, the two Doctors between the 6th and the 2nd Doctor, think of the Sontarans back then, and it's a little bit evocative of that. Now their soldier armor has been seriously upgraded, and it looks very, very badass. And of course, horseback, just brilliant. Number 12, Return of the Ood. Now I don't know about you, but I want to see an Ood get a happy ending.
Oh, that's disgusting.
If you think about it, it's become something like a grim running joke that the Doctor's just unable to save the Ood from death. They were first introduced way back in the 2nd season in the Satan Pit and the Impossible Planet. A lot of Ood died. Very sad. Then of course we get our Planet of the Ood in season 4. Hey, they've all been harvested and lobotomized. And then we get another one in the Doctor's wife. Another Ood the Doctor was able to save. I really hope that the Ood who returns in this trailer has a much happier ending than their compatriots. Although usually when the Ood appear, sadness isn't that far behind. Number 11. The Crimean capture. This is one of the less fantastic shots of the trailer because you can kind of see a lot of CGI on show, but not in the beautiful CGI of, say, the opening shot. It's only a trailer. We won't be judging too harshly. Now, what it does look like is Yaz is wearing the same uniform / outfit that she was wearing when they met Mary SEACOLE earlier in the trailer. So presumably this is, the same, if not scene, then let's say episode. Now, not that there's any kind of rule about companions wearing different clothes from episode to episode. I have been known to change my shirt from time to time. So I have to assume that this is going to be at least, if not the same scene, then in the same section of scenes as earlier on. So, Crimean War, these guys are prisoners, still haven't really got a clue what's going on, but they're upside down. That looks like fun. Number 10. Galactus joins the WHONIVERSE. That's right, we can officially confirm here that Galactus from Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer has in fact crossed over into Doctor Who. And what's that? Oh, okay, so maybe not. This could be something that Chris Chibnall referenced earlier on at Comic-Con, which is something that's called the Swarm. The Swarm could be exactly what it looks like, just a big massive cloud that looks like it's about to eat Earth, or it could be an acronym, which some people have speculated online. S for Sontarans, WA for Weeping Angels, R for Ravagers, and M for Master. Now that could be a bit of a stretch, or it could be a bloody brilliant little red herring as to what's going on here. Number 9, incredible makeup work. And is this the Master? Now, if you look at this image here, that is absolutely stunning makeup. It's also seemingly the alien that was getting dusted earlier on in the trailer. So what exactly does this mean? Have we just got a massive spoiler? Don't get attached to this one. Or, like that, was that a bit of a tease and a fake out? And is this the Master? You might be looking at me and going like, Sean, come on. Now, if you think about it, we had a Master in previous times who was quite a desiccated face, when the Master had run out of regenerations. So it's actually not that crazy to think that, yeah, maybe this could be a version of the Master who has, fallen on some hard times, we should say. Now, or it could be something else altogether. It could be one of these Ravager aliens that we mentioned at the previous point. Basically, we don't know. We do know it's cool. Number 8. The Doctor meets the Inbetweeners again. Actor Blake Harrison will be crossing over from the Inbetweeners to appear in Doctor Who Flux. Now, we know nothing about his character yet. We can only hope that his character fares slightly better than his co-star James Buckley did in Orphan 55. Number 7. Sontarans charging into battle. SONTAR-HA. Oh. Number 6. Captain Jack Sparrow's right-hand man. Actor Kevin McNally will be appearing in Doctor Who Flux. This actor has a ton of credits under his name. Let's be honest, we probably know him best for playing Gibbs, Jack Sparrow's right-hand man in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. It just makes me smile. Number 5. Fully powered Weeping Angels. During the Moffat era, the Weeping Angels, they ran the risk of being slightly overused. And then because of that, they seem to have been not so much retired, but they have really not played a main role since the Angels take Manhattan. Now, of course, they did show up again for Matt Smith's final story. What it looks like here is that these are fully powered Angels who are coming after the TARDIS. These are not crumbling, these are not old, these guys are kind of ready to ruin the Doctor's day. The fact that they seem to be coming after the TARDIS, are they trying to redo their plan from Blink, which was to harness the time travel energy and basically become all-powerful? Who knows? But at the same time, the Weeping Angels remain one of the scariest villains that has been introduced in the revival era of Doctor Who. So to see them alongside things like the Sontarans, Master, etc., I don't really want to see them team up with other baddies. Quite frankly, they're bad enough on their own. Number 4, Cybermen, not Cybermasters. The last time we saw the Cybermen, the Master had co-opted them into being Cybermasters. They looked fairly badass. They also looked incredibly distinctive. The Cybermen in this trailer are a cry back to the kind of classic era of Who, with those kind of bigger heads about them. Personally, I like both looks, but the distinctive thing here is that they are Cybermen specifically. So, what happened to the Cybermasters? Were they all consumed by the death particle, or have they just reverted, or is this just simply a different faction of them? What's going on in terms of the fallout from the Timeless Child and Gallifrey? Yaz, Dan, and the Doctor are booking it out of there from these guys. So far, we don't know. However, this could be an indication of a little bit of timey-wimey resetting of some timelines, which could be a reaction to some of the, shall we say, online kickback to the Timeless Child. Number 3. Obviously, the Sontarans dominate the battlefield. Frankly, one Sontaran will probably do fairly well against an army, and we get an army of them. So later on in the trailer, when we see a shot of the Doctor running through a battlefield toward the TARDIS, which is looking like a beautiful beacon, there's an awful lot of soldiers lying on the ground around her, and those soldiers do not look like they are Sontarans. I think this is going to be a fairly one-sided battle. Number 2. The Timeless Child's portal. Now, we get a shot in the trailer of what appears to be the portal that the Timeless Child fell through, which would be a strong indicator that we're going to revisit this storyline. Now, whether this is the Doctor herself going and trying to find out a bit more about her own past, or whether it's a retcon coming along, don't know yet, just know stunning shot. It stands to reason that for Jodie Whittaker's final bow, we're going to get a lot of tying up as much as possible of outstanding storyline arcs. Probably going to see the Master, probably going to see, you know, a return of these kind of storylines, and frankly, this one is too big of a storyline not to address it. Number 1. Sontaran ships go boom. You'll remember that the 10th Doctor and Luke Radigan managed to explode the Sontarans, because technically that's kind of what the Doctor does every few minutes. It's like, hey, you're a baddie? Yeah, you're dead. Anyway, we see a lot of Sontaran ships exploding in the sky, whether this is directly caused by the Doctor herself, or by one of the companions, or by the Sontarans themselves. Who knows? All we know, big explosions go boom. So there's gonna be a lot of action in this season, and I'm kinda here for it. Guys, that's everything for our breakdown of this trailer. I am very excited for October 31st when this season drops. Now, if you reckon we missed anything, or if you have any theories about what's coming, please drop it in the comments below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Remember, you can catch us over on Twitter at WhoCulture. You can catch myself on all the usual socials at Sean Ferrick. Look after yourselves, keep things wibbly wobbly, and you are awesome.